Got a commentating session, a 5v5 system. Let's have a look at the players. Top to bottom, we have Team 1, Cyberpunk, Rengen, Nutfather, Coulson, and Warlord. Really interesting squad. And Team 2, we've got Strider, Danafor, Darksoul, Ally, and Hacker. And here they come. All the 5 commanders. This game can be quite laggy because there is actually so many players on the field. Let's have a look at everybody from top to bottom, starting with Cyberpunk, going for a bot factory, something really common. I really like this skin, by the way. I actually really like this skin. Moving on, Rengen, going for an air factory, interesting. So I think what he's gonna try to do, he is gonna try to get as much metal as he possibly can. Vehicle factory coming from Nutfather. And that's going to be pretty useful because vehicle factories, we know they can produce and fabricate stuff really quickly. And considering the fact that the metal extractors are so close to each other, having a vehicle factory over the other ones is going to be quite useful. Let's have a look at Coulson. Coulson, 2 air factories. Okay, that's an interesting approach. I've never seen someone do that before in PA Titans. 2 air factories in a row. Not really common. And finally on Team 1 we've got Warlord. Let's have a look. Vehicle factory. He is focusing on energy first before he's gonna go for a metal. His economy is still on 100%. But this is looking good, and he's also keeping his thing nice and neat. So nice to see that. Let's switch to Team 2. We have Strider going for energy plants as well. Before he's gonna go for further metal extractions, but he's gonna get those metal extractors really quickly because, as you can see, he is dedicated to 3 fabricators towards him, so his economy is gonna go up really quickly. Radar is also in place along with the metal storage. That's obviously also very useful, as simply the amount of metal extractors you got, you need a metal storage to do this. But it's looking good. Looking good. Let's have a look at Danafor. And Danafor at the moment is building some energy plants. Also really interesting. How's it looking for him over here? He's got bots taking care of the economy. So that's something really interesting to see. He's making sure he closes it off, making sure his teammates don't steal any metal from him. So interesting. We have Grenadiers in place as well. Let's have a look at Darksoul. Darksoul at the moment also taking care of storage. Not much emphasis on metal extractors at the moment, but he doesn't have to worry about it. He's got quite a lot of time. His enemies are all the way on the other side of the map, and he's got quite a lot of things to work on. He is going to dedicate some of his air units to actually build those metal extractors. So, interesting. But we see all the players are kind of doing a different approach this game. Ally has expanded really heavily on those vehicle factories, and also plenty of anti-air units along with anti-ground units in between the extractors, making sure his economy is gonna stay nice and safe. So nice to see that. And last but not least, the Hacker, already on an advanced vehicle factory. I'm not surprised, considering look at the amount of metal he's got already. Along with energy, he can afford to build it easily, and he is still producing his energy and metal extractors really quickly. Ally is building way too much AA. Let's switch back to Ally. Yeah, like there's not that much air stuff going on. Too late for tier 2. I would guess so. I would actually, yeah, Viru, that's a good point actually, because we know that if we have such a grand access to such economy, tier 2 factories need to be built quickly. But we gotta keep in mind, you need to manage between having a metal and wasting metal, and it looks like Ally is gonna be wasting quite a lot of metal at the moment because he doesn't dedicate that metal too much into it. And if you look at his metal as well, he's using a really little amount of it. He's using 32 from 180, so that is quite a big metal waste. But we're gonna have to wait and see how that's gonna impact his game. He's got some anti-air units, but not actual air units from him either. Looks like we have a first engagement, and it looks like Coulson is gonna take on UpHere. That's gonna be really interesting. At the moment, it looks like Coulson can overwhelm him. UpHere should build a tier 2 Faber instead of the army. Let's have a look at UpHere. Actually, yeah, he is building an army quite quickly, but it looks like he is beginning to do what you are pointing out, Vairu. And it looks like he is dedicating quite a lot of fabricators towards building advanced fabricators, just to speed up the process a little bit. I really like doing this. Like, yeah, there we go. He is finally doing it, and we should see some advanced stuff coming from him in a minute as well. We've got advanced energy plants as well, and it looks like we have got tier 2 tanks in place as well. He's got quite a large army though, not gonna lie. It looks like he might actually be able to do quite a lot in this game. He's got quite a large army in comparison to his teammates, but it looks like Ally and Dark Soul are already sending their units slightly deeper down the map. It looks like Ally is saying, listen, I want to go over here. I want to see what's going on in this section right here, just so we can get a little bit more intel as well. But it looks like a very nice defensive line coming here from Warlords. That's going to be like a really... I want to see how this defense is going to turn out, because it's an interesting defense. The tanks are just on a massive standby in a curve formation, but I just want to see, is anybody going to be able to break through this? Some more fabricators also working on this factory as well. Well, again, Warlord is quite late with this tier 2 factory. We've got bot factories here instead of vehicle ones. Really interesting to see this actually. But obviously we know these have higher mobility, so it's going to be really interesting to see how this is going to turn out. I really like Cyberpunk as well. Cyberpunk, I remember this game when he literally took down the entire enemy team only with use of Omegas and Boombots. But it looks like those Boombots are going in place, not going to be enough, and it looks like Ally and Dark Soul are going for the fight number 1. The formation breaks off from Warlord, and he is gonna go for support. How many units are we talking about here? We're talking about solid 60 units that are going towards them too right now. Those bumblebees trying to make something happen, but they get taken down by anti-air. We have slammers going into the battle as well, but it looks like they are gonna go attack. Ally is gonna try to take as much damage as possible. Takes that radar down, but it looks like support from Warlord is gonna be so huge to the point that they're going to be taken out. Cyberpunk is going to try to keep on going. Send the slammers over. Take on Dark Soul and Ally with the help of Warlord. Warlord's help was actually really, really significant here. That was huge. That was huge. And it looks like Warlord is also going to try to get some mines on the field. Ally is saying like, listen guys, can I get some extra units over here, because I am fighting a 1v2 right here. I can't push on any further until I get some extra support. We have a patrol coming from Strider at the moment. Not much going on here. Massive amount of grenadiers and doxes coming from Dana 4 as well. So it's going to be really interesting to see this as well. Looks like we've got advanced vehicle factory coming from Strider as well. Looks like every player's got a advanced vehicle or any kind of advanced factory in place, but it looks like UpHere is going for a Titan. It suffers economically, and he will until that Titan gets built, because as we can see he's on minus 326 metal, so this is huge. We just gotta wait for the Aris to be done, and I feel like that's when the real fight is going to start. Let's have a look at any more engagements. Looks like Coulson is taking care of UpHere. He is gonna go down in this section of the map. So Coulson, really good use of air units as well, along with some bumblebees and hummingbirds as well. It looks like we have a giant minefield coming from Nutfather as well, so this is quite defensive as well. Coulson and Strider currently not doing anything else. Ranger as well, he is he's got quite a lot of units as well. I want to take a look at this from the first person actually. This is looking huge. Quite a large army coming from him as well. Air units coming from Strider. But nothing going on, nothing much going on here, and it looks like Danafor is starting to initiate his first attack, and his target is going to be a Nutfather. At the moment, yeah, he's just gonna try to take those air units down. Does it successfully, but does he have enough units to actually stop? He decides to press on, so looks like Danafor is currently... He's got advantage over Nutfather, but actually, he's not gonna go for an attack just yet. Let's have a look at Coulson, actually, because he looks like he is dominating in terms of units over here. As over, it looks like Ally and Dark Soul, they are gonna go towards Cyberpunk. Quite a large force coming here, but Warlord is coming to the rescue with solid 87 units on the field as well. No matter how hard Ally and Dark Soul are going to try, they're doing well, and they are absolutely smashing it. We also have catapults in place, so those catapults can deal some damage. Those self-targeting missiles gonna be huge. Warlord is positioning himself in front of Cyberpunk's base, trying to make a defensive wall as much as he can, but it looks like we've got Avengers coming from Dark Soul as well, so not much. We don't see quite a lot of these in such a basic battle. HuckHere does exactly what I told him. Look at his wonderful build. It will win him the game. Nicely done from him. I gotta say, HuckHere, let's actually have a look at your base. We've got a Titan in place. Economy is a little bit down, but not down too much at the moment. He's on 80%, so no bad. Looks like we've got Shellers, Levelers, and some advanced anti-air as well in place. Storms, they're called. And it looks like HuckHere is doing really well. He's got quite a big squadron of hummingbirds as well. Another bot factory coming from him as well. He is expanding quickly, so we love to see that from him. And I gotta say, Vairu, he's doing really well. The only thing I would worry about is losing those air units right here towards Coulson's air units, because he's got quite a lot of bumblebees, quite a lot of hard. Well, HuckHere is a high tier player. I gotta say, all of these guys are absolutely high tier players, but it looks like we have a first Manhattan coming from Ally. No, actually, he decides to stop the production of Manhattan, and he is going for something else instead. Okay. And it looks like we have some Titans in place already. It looks like Nutfather is going to be the first one with the Titan, and he's already building another one, and he is still on 100% efficiency, so this is gonna be looking huge for him. Those Titans can deal devastating amount of damage, and they also have a quite long range weaponry, so it's gonna be really interesting to see how this one is going to turn out. Some colonels also coming from Danafor as well. Danafor is doing really well as well. Plenty of grenadiers, however, we don't see many of tier 2 units. We see he is making some levelers, he is making some storms, some Manhattans, but this is really late into tier 2 units in the game. We are currently 15 minutes in. Looks like we've got another Aris being completed, and that's gonna be HuckHere. Looks like HuckHere is gonna go for an attack here. He is gonna go aggressive. We also have some scouts in place, also 5 fireflies. So this is gonna be really interesting. Looks like HuckHere is gonna go for a #1 engagement. He decides to go for an attack over on this side as well. But Strider is coming to the rescue. He's gonna try to take down as much as possible. And it looks like quite a heavy economic damage towards Coulson. Coulson decides to send his bumblebees over, but that's not going to be enough. Coulson is going all the way back to his base as well, and that's going to give the HuckHere the opening. Well, let's actually have a look what HuckHere is going to be up to at the moment, because Coulson was forced to push his units away, and that's going to give HuckHere a really good advantage, and it will be easier for him to actually be able to start this attack. I have solid 200 units coming here from UpHere at the moment, but Warlord is going for an attack as well. Looks like he's gonna use those anti-air units. UpHere, you need to pull your air units away, because your bumblebees are taking damage. There you go. He decides to pull them away as much as he can. Warlord decides to press on. But UpHere is also pressing on as well. And this is looking really promising. Coulson decides to take action, and he is going to go towards UpHere. My question is, are those units going to be enough to stop him? At the moment, it doesn't look like, because that Ares is really going to take a devastating attack towards Coulson. And Coulson might even potentially go down. His commander is now moving backwards, and I would really strongly recommend you to pull that commander backwards as well, because it looks like you're gonna go down, Coulson. Looks like you're gonna go down. Looks like Diaris is already concentrating fire on your commander. Coulson is pulling his commander away, but I feel like this is gonna be too late, as Diaris is already taking some damage towards the guy. And that commander is gonna get taken down. And also UpHere pulled his units away. It hasn't lost a single unit from that commander explosion. So Coulson's gonna be the first guy to go down. Another Ares is also coming from Strider as well, but the Arc ID is also gonna give enormous amount of intel. So Bumblebees are gonna try to make something happen, but they're gonna go down, and that's gonna leave Team 1 in a 4v5 situation. Ares is pressing on, and Ares is picking another target. That another target is going to be a Nutfather. Is UpHere really a UpHere? Because he is doing really well. We've got Avengers in place. Dark Soul is going to go against Radiant's Avengers, and it looks like Dark Soul will actually win this orbital fight. So really good approach over here. UpHere presses on towards Nutfather. Though I don't think Nutfather's got enough units to actually be able to stop this attack. That Ares pretty much took no damage whatsoever, and it looks like Nutfather is also gonna go down. Looks like UpHere, you took your second kill. That's not gonna be enough. Those shellers are really powerful as well. Those advanced units. He is literally destroying everything in his path. And that Ares is also going to try to make something happen here. We've got some advanced bombers over here as well, and we know that Ares is going to start taking some damage. Those bombers are dealing devastating amount of damage towards the Titan. Some air coming in here as well, making sure he is staying nice and alive. And it looks like those air units came just in time, but Rangin is throwing everything he can towards that Titan. But he's not giving up. UpHere is still pushing, and he is pushing strong, and it looks like we have some Omegas in place as well. It doesn't look like any of the other players have Omegas to stop it, and it looks like we have a nuclear launch in place, and it looks like that nuke is gonna take down the Ares as well. So really good approach from Cyberpunk. But we also have an attack coming from Dark Soul as well. And it looks like those forces are going to go straight towards Cyberpunk's commander. Cyberpunk is pulling his commander away, but he is dedicating enormous amount of workers towards those nuclear launchers. So this is huge. That nuke is being now really good. UpHere, I really strongly suggest you to get some anti-nuke in place as well. But UpHere is not giving up without the fight, and Warlord is going to be a next target. But is that going to be enough? Because Dark Soul is pushing his forces away towards Cyberpunk's commander, but that nuke is nearly ready, and it looks like we're gonna have a game pause. We're gonna have a technical break. Now we are back on straight away. Where is that nuke going to go? Is Cyberpunk going to use it straight away, or is he going to wait? So at the moment, not gonna lie, Cyberpunk is holding strong. He's really holding his defense against Dark Soul, but UpHere is still pressing on towards Warlord. So this is gonna be looking just like Rangin has also left the game. I'm not sure what happened here, but we have that nuke is in place, and look like that nuke is gonna go right here. We gotta keep in mind that nuke can also damage some of his teammates' forces as well. But that nuke's going to be really significant. How much is that nuke going to take? That nuke is going to take quite a lot of forces. We have another massive amount of forces coming from UpHere. He is playing absolutely fun. He is playing brilliantly in this game. That Aris is still dealing devastating amount of damage. He keeps going. He is going strong. And looks like UpHere is nice and safe at the moment. And that it looks really, really promising for Team 2. So really, really interesting to see. This Warlord is running out of units. And he's got nothing to defend himself. It's like this is going to be the end for Warlord, actually. Looks like UpHere is absolutely going to cause the victory here. We have got another nuclear launcher coming from Cyberpunk. Question is where is that nuclear launch going to go? Is it going to hit here or is it going to go towards the Titan? Looks like it's going to try to hit in the middle, making sure that Warlord does not take damage from his own teammates' nuke. We have got solid amount of anti-air cannons in place, but Ally is getting involved as a solid 150 units as well. And it looks like Cyberpunk is really in a bad situation right now because the Warlord can't provide enough defense. And UpHere is taking so much damage. It looks like Warlord's commander is taking such a massive amount of damage. It looks like this is going to be it for the Warlord. So Warlord, is he going to go down? Yes, he's going to go down. That's gonna leave Cyberpunk with no defense from his teammates. Ranger has also gone down and Cyberpunk is left alone. So Cyberpunk is now currently dealing with a 1v5 situation and he's literally sending everything over. Ally with 3 Arises on the field as well. I do like the fact that he is not giving up without a fight. He is still dedicating enormous amount of units towards that nuke. He is going to try to stay alive as long as possible, but he knows the game is over for him. But he is still going strong. This is what we like about Cyberpunk. No matter how bad he does, he's always like, if I'm going down, you guys are going down with me. That nuke's going to be huge as well. That really damaged this air factory right here. It's going to go down, but Cyberpunk is not giving up. He's not going to pull his commander away just yet. He is still going to go towards another nuclear missile ball. UpHere, we got to give him the MVP in this game. He's done brilliantly. He gave his team an opening by killing the first 2 players. And that was going to be it. Now it looks like the artist from UpHere, he is going to concentrate his fire either on that commander or on that nuclear missile. But at the moment, he is just going to take down as much as possible. Enormous amount of forces on the field right now. Let's have a look. This another nuclear missile is about to be ready as well. But those 3 Titans are going to be huge. And it looks like the anti-nuke has gone down. So, Cyberpunk, this is going to be a GG, my friend. You are being absolutely surrounded from every single side. And it looks like Ally is going to take the kill here. Those 3 Arises concentrated fire on the commander. Team 2 has taken over the planet. And I gotta say, UpHere played absolutely brilliantly this match. He provided intel, he gave the opening, and he took down a massive amount of units. I want to look at UpHere specifically. Because it looks like look at the amount of forces. UpHere, he was going through Warlord pretty much the entire game, and that force that Ally brought over later on in the game, that was absolutely devastating. And those Arises later on, they have finished their job. But I'm not gonna lie, Cyberpunk was doing really well. He knew he was doomed, but he did not surrender. He kept on going. And he kept utilizing those nukes. He probably delayed his death by like a solid 5 minutes. Just with that single nuclear launch. So that was really, really, really interesting to watch. That was a really good game. It was a pleasure to commentate this. Thank you so much for watching another Planetary Annihilation Titans commentary. If you'd like to see more, then check out my Twitch, it is gonna be in the description down below. And also don't forget to subscribe. I'm Krennic and I'll see you guys in the next one.